Guys, so today I'm going to be showing you this powerful tool I made. We are going to be creating a zip cracker, a zip password cracker using bash scripting. So to do this, we need to understand that most of this in terminal, tools like unzip. There's a tool in Kali Linux called unzip, and with this unzip, we can inject a password directly into the terminal to unzip a secured zip file. You understand? So it's this password that we are going to be trying, that we are going to be brute forcing. So first, let's create our let's say txt file, and this txt file we are going to zip it with another tool called zip. So first of all, let's create the txt file with, let's say, secure.txt. So okay, um let's do it in our desktop just to make it easier. So we are going to change directory into our desktop. Why? Because I already have a password list there. As you can see, that's the password list that we are going to be using to crack the zip file. So now that I've changed directory, we'll do that again. I will say mousepad secure text. Then here we can just write anything into it. This is secure, and we save it. So when that is done, we clear the terminal. Then we'll use a tool called zip. This dash e flag means encrypt. So we want to encrypt this, txt file, and we can call the zip file that we want. You can call it anything. When we do this txt file will be saved into this zip file and encrypted with a password that we are going to be asked. We are going to be asked for a password when we use this encrypt flag. So let's say secure.zip secure txt. So this zip file will be created, but it will ask us for a password first. So let's use password 123, password 123. So as you can see, it has created the zip file, and when we try to open this zip file, it will ask us for a password. See, we can't open it. We need the password. So now we are going to create a password cracker, a zip password cracker using bash scripting. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to create our bash script. Let's call it zipcracker.sh. So as usual, the first thing we are going to do, we are going to enter our shebang, which tells our computer that we want to use the bash shell, which is the born again shell. And you save just for some color. I like to do that. Then the first thing we are going to do, you know that to crack the password, we are going to need two things. First, the name of the file that we want to crack. Then secondly, the password list that we want to use. So those are the two important parameters that we need before we can create this. So first, we are going to check if the first argument that was provided for the password list is that's if the first argument was provided. If it's not, we are going to throw an error into the terminal. So we'll say if double square brackets. The reason I'm using these double square brackets is because it's safer to use than the single square brackets. It's like upgrading from a flip phone to a smartphone. Basically, it's more powerful and it breaks less often. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to use a Z flag. We can do it like this actually, like I did it in the last video, and we'll say equal to, you understand, if it's empty. But instead of doing this, we are going to use a Z flag. This flag checks if the string or the word, but in programming we call it a string. If the string is zero length, which it means if it's empty. So this is the first target, the first parameter. Then we close the brackets, then enter a semicolon. So this checks if this first parameter is empty. And if it's empty, then it's going to echo usage, then 0. So yeah, you're probably wondering what this $0 means. It means that it's going to take the name of, because this is obviously the zero parameter is obviously the name of the zip cracker file. So that's what the zero parameter is. Then the next parameter that follows is the password list. So that's what that's $0. That $0 means it's not money. It does not mean you have no money. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to just tell the user that a password list is required. .txt, and we'll close it. This is not a command. It's just a text. It's going to appear in the terminal if the user does not enter a password list parameter. So we exit one. The reason we are doing this exit one is because we want, because exit one means there was a failure. Exit zero means the program ran correctly. In every programming language, or in most programming language, that's how it is. Exit one is for failure, then exit zero is you succeeded. So if this first parameter is a zero length, then exit with one, which means the program should crash instead of continuing, because it can just echo this and continue. I'm doing this instead of putting everything in an else um, block of code. As if this is a zero length, then I will now put an else statement here, then put everything. I don't want to do that. So instead, we just exit with a code of one. So we are going to close this if statement with an fi. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to check if the file exists. Maybe, okay, we can add, let's add a statement here. Check if file exists. This tells maybe someone else wants to use our code to understand. We can put comments. These are comments. If it starts with a hash, it means it's a comment, which means it's not going to run in the terminal. The shell is not going to run it. So here is check if first parameter exists. So if it exists, it checks if it's not zero, rather, sorry. The first parameter is not empty. So if it's not empty, the next thing we are going to do, we are going to check if the file exists. And to check if the file exists, we say if square brackets, this time we are going to use an F flag. This F flag basically checks if a particular file exists. That's what it does. This zip flag checks if the argument is 0, while this F flag checks if the file exists. So instead of doing this F, then you know $1. Sorry, I have to put this in quotes. So what this does is, does the file exist? It, instead of this dash F, we will add what do you call it? An exclamation. You add an exclamation. This exclamation usually means not. Usually means not in um, programming languages. So we are going to end it with a semicolon. Then what it does is asking if this file does not exist. If this was not a this file exists, this means not. So if this file that we injected into the command does not exist, this is a not, then it's going to echo. The reason I'm indenting it is so it's legible. I can as well do this. Sorry, do this, then continue like that. But so it's legible, we are going to indent it, and I'm indenting it with the tab on my keypad. I'm trying to make this video as beginner friendly as possible. So we are going to say error password list. We are going to inject that parameter back in, not found. Then we are going to exit with a 1 again. I explained why before. So we'll end this block with an FI. So the next thing is we are going to okay, remember that we need two, how do you call it? We need two parameters. So the second parameter will be the file that we want to actually crack. So yeah, we are going to use what is called an or statement, or, and we do this with two of these signs, as you can see. So we are going to check if the second argument is 0. So here we are going to use 2. You understand? Because it's the second argument that we will enter. So we are going to check if it's also a 0 string. So in this usage, instead of just this password list, we are going to add another parameter, which is target file dot zip. Close it. So if this does not exist, that's if this is a 0 length, it's going to show us this, that this is the usage. You have to enter a password list as well as a target file. If this is also because normally to have this second argument, you have to have the first. So if you enter this as the first and you don't enter the second, it's not going to be meaningful. It's not going to make any sense. So that's why this check is here. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm explaining. So this is the second parameter, which will be the target file that we want. So the next thing we're going to do We are going to create a target variable. And to create this target variable, we are just going to say target, let's use a capital letter, because target might be the name of a tool or a command that already exists in Linux. So we are just going to um, use a capital letter because that's less likely to be a file or tool name. So this target is this $sign, this $2. You understand? So we are going to say $2, which means this is equal to this. We are assigning the second argument to this target, and that's going to be the zip file. So if we're going to check now if this target file exists, so we're going to say if it exists. If it does not exist, rather, echo error target file. Then we'll enter target. Sorry, we don't need this here since we've already assigned it. You can just say target and just say target. The reason there's a $sign at the front of this target is to tell the script that this is a variable and not a text, not a string. So it's a variable. That's why we're putting that $sign at the front. If we were to remove this $sign and just put one, yeah, it will be meaningless because the script is going to understand it as just one. That's the number one as is string. So here we are going to say $sign target. I'm always forgetting the quotes. Okay, not found, and we exit with one. Then fi to close that loop, and to close that if block. So we can put a comment here that says check if target file exists. Yeah, check if password list file exists. We need to put a hash here. That tells you that it's a comment.